last time we were looking at Prelude 1. This one is a little bit of a project, so I encourage you to go back to yesterday's video or the last video and continue to look at this one. In the meantime, exercise 14 is a little bit more of a conceptual thing. I do want to look at this one today because even though it's just a simple melody, notes on 2 strings, you're doing apoyando picado, right? Rest stroke alternating. The concept behind this one is to train your eyes to not look at the guitar. So neither at the fretboard, neither at your hand over here, but to just look at the music, or if you have music memorized, you know, into the ether and so on. This also talks a little bit about count-offs. You've noticed how I've done it. And so it is a traditional or a typical method of counting off, especially when we have a pickup. What would happen is we would say the measure leading up to the pickup. So for example, here we see that there's only one beat that's a pickup measure. It's not a complete measure, which is why this one was mostly incomplete, except for the rest that is written into the notation. So there are 3 missing beats. We're going to say those missing beats, but typically when there's a missing beat, we'd like to give ourselves a full measure. So the count off in something like this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then we start playing. And by having that many beats counted before we start playing, we have a good sense of what the tempo is going to be. So what you do to practice this is you set your metronome, and then you count off. I have the count 1 set with the higher click. So you start counting off, and then you start playing, right? So you want to practice actually giving yourself a count off as well, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then begin playing, okay? So this short video, this one's going to be a little bit shorter because I really do want you to go back and look at Prelude number 1, continue working on that before we get into more preludes and so on, as you can see in the further coming pages. I'll play along with exercise 14. You can feel free to stop the video, rewind, play along, practice the count off as well. Okay, so here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Second line. One, two, three, rest. Okay, and then noticing that I did that one alternating I and M. On the bottom of the music, you should see that it says M and A. So we want to do the same thing with M and A, practicing the count off, practice not looking at the guitar, neither the picking hand nor the fretting hand. And this time I'm going to do it with M and A. You can feel free to stop the video, rewind, slow it down, whatever you need to do to play along. So here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Rest. Okay, so the big concepts today in this particular exercise: give yourself the count off, know how many times to count off, alternate I and M, picado, apoyando, then do the same thing with M and A, picado, apoyando, and make sure to rest on count 4 over here. Also be going back and reviewing Prelude number 1. In order to review Prelude number 1, you have to have down exercise 13 and exercise 12. As you see, it's an accumulative process. Everything adds into the next thing.